If you are feeling exhausted and you feel drained, that is because you are drained. You see, when we're going through the journey of life, whether we call it the journey of spiritual awakening or the journey of life, or just doing life, just the day-to-day life, and if we feel exhausted doing that, then it really means that the body is calling out to you, letting you know, signaling and letting you know that, hey, there's something you need to do. The reason why we feel exhausted and feel so tired and fatigued is because we just haven't given ourselves the permission to truly relax, to truly rest. Because we don't really know. We don't really know how to rest. You see, many people will switch on the telly and say that they're relaxing. They'll put the TV on and they will sit on the sofa, they will slouch and sit themselves they think that they're in a restful position where the body is slouching. And the TV is on and there's some information on the TV, whatever it is, whether that's entertainment or whatever it is that is on the screen. The thing is, when something is on, even if we're not watching, because I've heard people say that, oh, I just put it on, I'm not really watching, I'm just relaxing, I just put it on and I'm just resting here. But even if we are not truly watching, once a screen is on, a TV is on, or we're looking on the phone, scrolling through the phone, whatever it is, whatever we are engaging with on the screen, there is some information intake always, because our senses are designed to do that. Whatever we see through the eyes, whatever we hear through the ears, they are all information. They go back into the brain to be recorded into our system. And they remain there in the unconscious part of the brain and get stored. So whatever it is that we watch, whatever it is that we listen, we keep recording. So in reality, we are not really resting because the brain is still busy doing the work of recording everything. The eyes are still doing the work of watching. The ears are still doing the work of listening. And the brain is busy recording all the information. So when we are sitting in front of the screen, whether we're mindlessly scrolling on social media, even then we're seeing something, we're hearing something, and we're recording that. Maybe fleeting, but we're still recording. So as long as we're in front of a screen, as long as we're talking to somebody, or let's say you may think you're relaxing, but you're chatting with your friends or with your family members. So while we're talking, while we're in front of the screen, we are still absorbing information, we are still recording information, so we are still busy. And in fact, when we're slouched on the sofa, when we're not sitting in a position which is not really beneficial for the body, in fact, we are creating stress for the body. So it's the opposite of relaxation. The posture of our body is very important for our deep relaxation. So most of us don't know. We don't know how to relax, how to rest. I didn't know too for many years of my life until I realized, until I had these moments of realizations, until I started on my conscious living journey, that we aren't really relaxing when we think we are relaxing. So most of us run on a drained battery mode, on a 10% battery. But we don't know how to recharge, we don't know how to rejuvenate, so we just go to sleep and we think we've rested. But when we haven't truly relaxed, the mind is not relaxed, the brain, the body is not relaxed, then even when we go to sleep, the body is still not getting that deep, restful state for the body to repair itself while we sleep. And therefore, all that information stays alive, active somewhere, whether it's stress, whether it's information that we've collected yesterday, they all stay alive in our sleep. We don't really get a deep sleep. The body doesn't get to repair. We wake up and off we go into the day, jump into the day again, and then it just rolls into one after another. And then we have emotions that trigger during the day, especially when we are tired, when we're exhausted, when we're drained. Our nervous system cannot handle too much, and so we get triggered easily. So we fire off at the drop of a hat, or at the instant somebody says something to us that is not in alignment with what you are expecting, or what you want to hear, or what you think should be the way. And that fires off that anger, or that reaction, or that annoyance, that irritation. So it's very easy to get triggered when we are in that state of exhaustion. And most people are running on a drained mode because we have so much to do during the day. Everyone is running, doing the work and looking after the family, the chores, the things to do. So much to do in this life, in a day, every day. And we don't really stop. We don't really rest because we don't really know how to do that. And so it just piles up. The body gets drained, more and more drained, more and more drained as time goes on. And of course, that culminates into symptoms in the body that we may give it various names in the long term. But it's only the body signaling, letting you know that, hey, it's time for you to rest. Just give yourself a break. Take some time out, just a few moments to rest, to relax. That's all you need to recharge. Just a few minutes, not a lot. And so, today I want to share with you a technique, a way that I recharge myself, and it works beautifully well, and it is so easy. It is a very simple technique that everybody knows. All of us know how to do it, but we just didn't know that we had to do it consciously. That's the only difference. So every day, or frequently, I will say, if you can do it every day, you will see the wonders in your life, in your body. You will see how much you get rejuvenated and how easily you recharge yourself. You're able to recharge yourself by practicing this. If you can take out some time in the day, it can be in the morning, it can be in the evening, whatever time suits you. Just some time. It doesn't have to be long. It can be 10 minutes, 15 minutes. If you have more than that, if you have 30 minutes, that would be absolutely brilliant. But if you do it just for 10 minutes, 15 minutes also, you will notice a huge difference in your body and generally in your life, because once you start to recharge yourself, you will see how you face life differently. You will not get triggered easily because your nervous system has made that space, and you are gentler, you are calmer, so you are more loving towards others and towards yourself. So here's the practice. Whenever you can take the time out, 15 minutes in a day, 20 minutes in a day, just spend some time to lie down on the floor. And if you have some time during the day, you can do it outside in the garden as well. And that is the best, to do it with your body connecting with the earth, because we can then fully recharge directly from the earth's energy, and that is the best way to do. But if you don't have the time to be outside in the garden during the day, that's fine. You can do it inside your house, but you do it on the floor. So you put a yoga mat or a blanket, and you just lie down on your floor, on the floor, in a savasana pose or savasana. So in this pose, where it is just a name given in the yogic tradition, but all of us know how to do it. It's basically just lying down on your back. So with your spine, your back on the floor, to the floor, and your palms open upwards and to your sides, slightly open. And just lie there in this position. So when your body is in this position with your back on the ground, you are in the perfect posture for a deep relaxation, a complete rejuvenation of the body. We are meant to be in this alignment, that spine erect and completely, fully straight with our palms open, facing open, upwards. And even when we're standing, we should be standing that way with our palms open outwards, so that we're in that perfect alignment. But we don't. Most of us don't, and most of us are busy doing things, and the body gets into really bad postures. When the body gets into really terrible postures that we put ourselves through, such as sitting all day, working on computers, or whatever else that we do, but when we don't pay attention to the posture of the body, then the body is not able to receive the breath correctly. And I say receive because when we inhale, it is an automatic reception of the breath and the life force energy into our body. And this is what recharges us. This is what flushes, cleanses out, and rejuvenates us, our natural system. So we breathe in. When we breathe in, we're not just breathing in oxygen, we're breathing in life force energy, vital life force energy. They come in. So we have this toroidal field of energy that is constantly flushing us out all the time. Coming in, flushing out, coming in, flushing out, coming in, flushing out. We're doing that all the time. But if the body is not in the perfect alignment for this job, then we're not able to do that. The body is not able to do that. So the body will signal you through stress or through fatigue, exhaustion, that, hey, you just need to rest. Hey, you need to calm down. Hey, you need to get your body into perfect alignment so that we can do this naturally. So I don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything. The human body knows exactly what to do. We just have to get the body into the right alignment, right posture. And that's what this pose does. So just lying on the floor, on your back, palms facing upwards, and just lay down there. Gently breathing all the way into your belly. Now, in this position, your body will naturally do that. There is no way that the body will breathe short in this position. Most of the time when people are busy during the day and sitting in bad postures, the body, we cannot breathe properly. We cannot breathe all the way into our belly as we're designed to. We breathe short, or just chest breathing, and that signals stress into the body, or that triggers stress signals, I should say. That triggers stress signals in the body because we're not getting the correct breath all the way in to the belly. It's when the breath comes into the belly that signals to the body that all is well, all is calm, and all is good. And we also get energized because we are breathing in all the way. And the breath is able to do the purification, the cleansing, the rejuvenation as it's designed to do. So when we get our body into this posture, into this alignment, into this aligned state, then the body gets into this perfect state of deep relaxation, because we are in a state where we cannot breathe short. Naturally, in this posture, we just breathe all the way into our belly. And when we are in this position, it also signals to the body that finally you are relaxing. Finally, you are listening to me. You are taking a break. You are taking a few moments out to just rest and do nothing. There is no intake of information. The eyes are gently closed. You're not taking in any information. So you're shutting out from the world. Just for those few moments, you're just going inward. You're not, and you don't have to do any inward work. You're not thinking, you're not manifesting, you're not creating, you're not doing any spiritual work, you're not doing affirmation, you're not doing anything. You're just doing nothing at all. All you're doing is allowing yourself, giving yourself this permission to just deeply relax. That's all you're doing. So when we close our eyes, we're shutting out all that intake of information. We're not listening to anything. We're not listening to any music. We're not listening to any sound. So I recommend you don't even play any music to relax at this moment. Just stay in silence. Absolute silence, doing nothing, no intake of information, and just lie there. Breathing gently. And you stay like this for 10-15 minutes, and you will see how quickly the body recharges itself. If you do this in the morning, that will give you the energy to face the day. So whatever it is that you've got to face the day, all the work, all the projects, all the children, the family, all the matters that you have to, life matters that you have to deal with, you will have the energy to do that in a beautifully recharged way, where you are not draining yourself, because you have plugged yourself in and you have charged your battery up. And if you do it in the evening, and you can do it twice a day, if you have the time, do it once in the morning, do it second time in the evening. It's wonderful if you can do it twice. I mean, you can do it as many times as you wish, 3 times, as many times as you can relax, because the more you relax the body, the better you will get recharged and rejuvenated. And you will also notice that the more you rest, the more you can do. You know, people like the word productive. I don't use that word. But you will notice that how much more productive you become. You can do more. You can accomplish more. I like the word accomplish better. So the more you rest, you will notice that you can accomplish more in the day. We think that if we're just sitting, or if we're just lying down and relaxing, and when I have so much to do, I don't have time to rest. We think that way. I used to think that way too. But it is the opposite. When we rest, and the more we rest, the more energized we are, the more we can accomplish, and you will start to see that. So if you can do it twice a day, absolutely wonderful. Do it in the evening before you go to sleep. So when your day's over, you've done all your work, everything is done, you just have to go to bed. Just take out 10 minutes, 15 minutes to just lie down on the floor and just closing your eyes gently and breathing gently into your belly and say that, oh, the day's over now, I can just relax. And then after that, you go to bed, and you'll notice how the quality of your sleep has also improved by doing this practice. So it is a very simple technique. It is a very simple practice. But the more you do this, the more you practice this, you will notice how soon you can begin to recharge yourself, to rejuvenate yourself, and get out of that exhausted mode, out of that fatigue mode. And I trust that you can do it. And if you do try it, I look forward to hearing from you.